So how to take and remove yourself out of a never-ending pit. And this could be a pit of failure, a pit of hell, whatever your current frustration or failure is. But perhaps it's some kind of barrier or plateau you have in the gym, or your weight loss success, or say Olympic lifting, you name it. But what happens is, your mindset becomes very distressed and very cancerous to the whole process, and become very negative and doubtful, and you further go down that path, and you're pretty much your own worst enemy at that point, and you lose confidence. And one thing, especially in the world of Olympic weightlifting, you really got to be oblivious to failure. You got to let that roll off your back and really not let it affect you. I'm not saying you need to go in and take 100 attempts and fail and fail and fail, but it's the way you respond to that failure that makes all the difference. If you cause that to make you feel that you suck, or you're no good, or there's something wrong with you, that's the problem, because it's going to make you curl up. It's going to make you reserved, and it's going to make you timid and shy away from the real process. And you need to be, like I said, you need to be oblivious to that, and know that whether your coach is programming something in a certain way, or you're working on a certain element, the only way to fix that is with everything you got. So you need to be consistent in your effort, that every day when you show up, you're ready to shoot for the stars, or you're ready to swing for the fences. And no matter what, if you come in and fail over and over and over, the only way for you to get through those plateaus is that consistent effort and that positive attitude that this could be your day, this could be your day, this could be your day, and failing and failing and failing, and realizing that eventually you're going to break through. For example, myself, I had a knee injury 2 years ago, and and a shoulder injury a year ago, and it was a very dark place for me to go to, considering my competitive career could be over. And at first, it was the fact that I couldn't even compete anymore, much less train the way that I've been used to since I was almost 10 years old. So that was a very negative path that I was looking at, and it was very depressing. But when I realized I could train again, it was one of the best rewards, and really enthused me and kept me positive. And all I really cared about was the fact that I could come and train, and competition is something I never really considered too strongly at that point. I just didn't know. Either way, though, I was oblivious to the failures and just very happy and thankful for the process that I could come in and train without pain. And it took 2 years now, 2 years, in order to get back to some respectable training weights that I was at pre-injury. And didn't know if it would ever come, and every day I showed up with the same attitude and mentality. I certainly had my bad days, and it certainly took work and effort to keep myself oblivious to those failures, and to keep, fall down 9 times, stand up 10, to keep coming back in. And the journey was the reward. Without that, I would have given up a long time ago and curled up in the ball and quit. But with that mentality, it got me through 2 years worth of frustrating workouts. Again, I was just happy to be there, but it's the only way I was able to dig myself from that pit of hell and that cycle of subpar results and not getting what I want. So that was a big breakthrough for me, and it is now allowing me to make more progressive training. But still, tomorrow's not guaranteed. I have no idea what tomorrow is going to happen tomorrow, and so still I'm ready for the worst, and trying to prevent injury and things like that. The only hope for me is to keep that same mindset. And regardless of where you're at, the only way you can continue to move forward is realizing you're going to fail and fail and fail, and be okay with that, and being able to cope with that correctly. So if you were working up to a top snatch, clean jerk, etc., or you're at a certain weight loss plateau, the people that proceed and push on, success is around the corner, and the people that push on through that wall are the ones who finally find success, versus those who give up because it finally gets too hard, or they continue to fail and they get too frustrated. And when they get so used to that failure, they get more and more negative, and they become more apprehensive to the process, and they don't give it their all, and it continues a worse cycle of failure. That's the number one problem here that becomes a cancer, because you hold back and you're not completely submitting yourself to the process, and you're not giving 100% at that point. So you become your own worst enemy. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, and the only way out is consistent effort and being completely oblivious to that failure cycle. So if you want to break through, you gotta believe, and you gotta know that something's going to happen. I'm not saying do the same thing over and over and be insane and follow that cycle, but you have to be consistent in your effort in showing up, trying, giving everything you have, playing with certain elements and measuring it, taking notes and understanding the process, and knowing cause and effect, and understanding minutia versus bigger picture problems. and what might be causing some of your failures. That's your only way to get to the light at the end of the tunnel. So you can climb yourself out if you can stay positive and focused and not let the failures break you down, make you negative, and cause self-defeating mental habits.